The beginning of November focuses attention in many nations on commemorating the end of World War One in 1918. November 11th, the date of the armistice between the Allies and Central Powers, is celebrated as Remembrance Day in the UK and Canada, and Veterans Day in the US. It seems fitting that Little Feline Press should mark the 105th anniversary of the end of this great conflagration, especially given that the consequences of World War I are largely responsible for what is now happening in Gaza, and also because of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, which in its static way resembles so much the Western Front of 1914-1918. Poets such as Wilfred Owen and Siegfried Sassoon revealed the horrors of this war and greatly shaped Phil's own attitude to war. We hope this poem will speak to the kind of remembrance that is most fitting for those millions whose lives were taken in this and subsequent wars. The accompanying video for today's poem uses footage of the War Memorial in Dronfield, Derbyshire in the UK, which we took on a family visit in 2015. Today's poem, This Is How We Celebrate the War Dead, was greatly inspired by Wilfred Owen's poem Dulce et Decorum Est. The last lines of Owen's poem read, "My friend, you would not tell with such high zest to children ardent for some desperate glory the old lie, dulce et decorum est, pro patria mori." This is how we celebrate the war dead. He stands, carved heroic in Italian marble, his face looking across the library square, son of this moorland town, a Derbyshire boy, scarce even a man when the call came, and like the shifting of tectonic plates, the long rupturing Sarajevo earthquake's aftershocks rippled all the way out to a little town in England's heart, and lads who might have entered their minds found their way instead to Western Front trenches. He stands as he might have stood guard on some winter's night amid the mud and barbed wire, his rifle held upright in permanent parade, this ever-present representative of those who never found home except in a White Cross cemetery among a sea of others, where every November men in uniforms lay poppy leaves, speak words proclaiming the sacrifice of these glorious dead martyrs, saying they died for their country. He stands sculpted with eyes lifted upward beyond the red tribute, unspeaking anything of the lives represented. Here there is no blemish, no blown off limbs, no visualization of blinding effects of gas or shell shock. How do we know from him anything of his war? He is among us as one who died, perfected offering for a religion of nation, shedding blood on behalf of a generation who would never know what it was to raise children, promised that their service would be rewarded, not knowing that their lives ended for no reason, that future war would follow in short season. His carved stone monument of inexorable duty, life laid down in service to no great ideal, but a quarrel between England and Germany as to whose elites would prosper more mightily. This memorial, a hiding place from the misery of those who return to unemployment, homelessness, poverty. No promised land fit for heroes. Strike down statues that celebrate the lie, dulce et decorum est, pro patria mori. Plant instead gardens of beauty. Make war itself history. Thank you for watching and listening to this poem. Little Feline Press will return with another poem next week. Please hit like if you appreciated the poem. Comments are very welcome too. Please subscribe for more poetry from Little Feline Press.